Hello to all you beautiful beings tuning into today's message. This is the Crow's Nest. I'm your host, Crystaljoy, Wounded Healer. And what I have for you today is a guidance message update for you. So we're going to look into what it is that we need to be aware of and what it is that we need to be focusing on for our day, along with some angel number guidance. And also, because we are still in this Mercury retrograde, I thought we would do a little Mercury retrograde check-in as well. So just to see what is being influenced, how the retrograde is affecting us at this time, and what the advice is in that regard. So we're going to start with some tarot for what it is that we need to be aware of and focusing on for our day. And the stone that I was feeling guided to use today for this deck is the tiger's eye. I always call it moonstone for some reason, but the tiger's eye. So yes, so you might feel guided to look at the stones that I use on my decks to find out, how they speak to you. There might be messages there for you, additional guidance on, for your day, okay? So let's find out, yes, what we need to be aware of and focusing on for today. And I just want to let you guys know, too, that I did a really, really good shuffle off camera today because I do take the cards that come out. Before I'm finished with a shuffle, sometimes I just really feel that those cards, gosh, those didn't want to go together. Yes, sometimes I feel that even though before I'm finished with a shuffle, those cards sometimes are the message that needs to come forth. So I did a really good shuffle just to make sure, because we just finished that solar eclipse. I don't know what is going on with this honking horn outside, but it might mean something with these messages today. And retrograde speaking about communication. So yes, I just wanted to let you guys know once again that I did a really good shuffle, because I know sometimes you don't get to see me shuffle the cards really well because the cards come out quickly. So yes, just wanted to let you guys know. So what do we need to be aware of and focusing on today? You saw the cards didn't want to go together, so, and there's this car honking its horn outside. There's definitely a message. So we have the Hangman coming upright today. So this is talking about pausing, surrendering, letting go, and new perspectives, okay? So definitely feeling this for after this solar eclipse. So we're moving away from the shadow energy of the eclipse, okay? All this healing gateway, all of that it was bringing up for us, that we were healing, cleansing away. And then following, I think yesterday we had this message about taking that Four of Swords, pausing, surrendering, recuperating, some meditation, making sure that we're getting back into alignment, bringing our thoughts and our vibe high again after all of that cleansing, all of that purging negative stuff that came up for us. So once again, we're being guided to just continue to take some time for ourselves, take some time to pause, surrender a little bit. And that's going to resonate differently for everyone. And I am hearing twin flame and masculine. So, divine masculines might be at a surrender point in the journey, and the sense of letting go. So in regards to this solar eclipse being this healing gateway for us, there's still a sense of letting go. So maybe letting go of, you're still holding on to something a little bit in regards to your healing. Maybe there's just still this surrendering, this sense of needing to surrender and just let go of particular thoughts and feelings and emotions regarding a situation, finding that forgiveness and that compassion. Yes, and then just getting a new perspective on things. Once again, finding forgiveness and compassion, looking at the situation a little bit differently in this new vibe that you're stepping into, letting go of the situation, not holding on to grudges or little, I'm hearing tit for tat, like just little tuffles is what I'm hearing. These aren't words that I would usually use, so they might speak to you specifically. We'll get some angel number guidance on that for us today, okay? So I'm also using the brown jasper today on the angel numbers deck. And if you're curious about this deck, this is a deck I've made myself, and I added a couple new numbers last night. So, and once again, a really good shuffle because we see so many repeat messages with these angel numbers. So I wanted to see if we can get, if there's going to be some new advice coming forth, or if we're just going to see much of the same that we have been seeing these last few couple weeks or so. It's been relatively the same messages coming through. That one wants to come out. And I'm feeling there's something else going on here. Yes. Okay, and I'm also hearing to get a clarifier on this Hanged Man. That might be some of you thinking, like, I need to know more about this. So we're going to do that. Maybe we'll look at the angel numbers first. Okay, because I pulled those first. I'm getting way ahead of myself here. I'm having a good time here, you guys. I love these. I love being able to do these readings for you and bring these messages. So we have angel number 23, which is great. We have 12 for the Hanged Man. I know those numbers resonate with a lot of you, a lot of my viewers. And then angel number 23 is a very high vibe card. It's one of my personal favorite numbers. So this is talking about a personal sense of freedom. Yes. So this was what we talked about in some of the previous readings through the eclipse energy, was this healing gateway, letting go of these things, these limiting beliefs, healing these wounds, things that have been holding us back, really giving us this sense of personal freedom, really getting a better understanding of who we are. And that's really allowing us to just feel that sense of personal freedom. And your angels are letting you know that there is this divine source of inspiration, encouragement, and optimism regarding your place in the universe. So this healing that you've been doing, like I've been saying, it's all for the highest good. When these things come up, it can be really hard sometimes to understand why something that, we even maybe forgot for the longest time, we ignored it for so long that it's almost like we even forgot that wound existed. And then all of a sudden it comes up, it comes out of nowhere, and it's deep, it's hard, it's heavy. We saw that 10 of Swords come through. So yes, it's, and your angels are just really here to let you know that, again, it was all for the highest good, that you're on this spiritual path, trust in your place in the universe. Yes, let's get another angel number here. I'm feeling a lot still from angel number 23, but I also did here to get a clarifier on the Hanged Man, so I'm not going to go too crazy on one card here. Guys, I love this. This is one of the numbers I put in here last night, and I felt just like I had to do it. So angel number 1, 2, 3. Again, more of these 1s and 2s, okay? And 3 is a number about talking about alignment, and also in numerology speaks about a catalyst, like this portal was for us, okay? So 1, 2, 3 is a card about an ascension is in progress, right? This, trusting in your place in the universe. You are ascending, you're bringing your vibration higher, and that's happening because we had this healing gateway. But I did hear, let's get more on this Hanged Man, so we're going to do that with the same tarot deck here. So what else do we need to know about this Hanged Man here? We have the World in reverse, and we also have the Six of Wands in reverse, okay? So we're talking about seeking personal closure, shortcuts, and delays, yes. Private achievement, personal definition of success, fall from grace, egotism, yes. So, yes, masculines, I'm definitely picking you up in this reading. This surrendering, letting go, there's the sense of egotism, right? This world here, there is some delays in the way, and there's more healing that needs to be done, okay? This egotism, letting go of the ego, definitely feeling that here. The other thing that I'm seeing, yes, and so the clarification on this Hanged Man, the surrendering and letting go. So for some of you, this letting go was about just letting go of the, that tit for tat, right? Yes, just letting go of the situation and finding that forgiveness and that compassion, okay? And so the seeking personal closure and the sense of finding this personal sense of freedom. So this healing that you've been doing, like I've been saying, has been giving you that personal sense of closure so that you can have this personal sense of freedom. Like you're getting closure on a part of your life, almost as like what it feels like, or a situation that is really had so much emphasis over your life, is what I'm really feeling from this. And then we also have the Six of Wands here. So this private achievement. So it might even be a personal, like something that you're keeping to yourself for now. This ascension and progress, I'm feeling that. So for some of you, you really do know that you're on this spiritual journey. You know that you're evolving along your path, but it's a personal achievement. It's something that you're keeping to yourself. But we've also been seeing a lot of the Three of Cups coming through, and I think the Three of Wands, just really talking about collaborating, teamwork, right? Soul tribe was words coming through strong, and community. So I'm feeling a sense of, a guidance for you to be doing that, to build your community. And this personal definition of success. So a lot of you really are feeling like this Hanged Man, these new perspectives. You're really gaining a sense of success over this personal freedom, because for a lot of you, yes, and you really have taken time to pause and surrender and see things from a new perspective. And so now there is this sense of personal achievement for you, and you're really cutting through, these shortcuts and delays. It was like you were trying to kind of, yes, take a shortcut, kind of bypass. Bypass is the word I'm hearing. I don't know what you were trying to bypass, but I'm hearing it was like you were trying to bypass something, and it was like trying to take a shortcut, and it wasn't working out. It was creating delays, but I really do feel like that's this, you're letting go, right? Yes. Okay. So I hope that helped to clarify. I'm not sure if that was some of you wanting me to clarify, or if that was a guidance to clarify, but that's what we're getting from that. Okay, so let's find out now, how is this retrograde affecting things? Retrograde, I should have looked into it a little bit deeper before this reading. Now my understanding of retrograde, I'm learning astrology here, but just, impacting things like communication and transmissions of messages, right? So, also divine masculines coming through in this reading, talking about this pausing, surrendering, this egotism, these delays. So, yes, I'm feeling a sense of forward movement there, in regards to communication. But retrograde really does create some difficulties in that regard, even with technology as well. So if you're noticing your devices are not really functioning the way that you're used to, if you're having technical difficulties, I know some of my videos have been almost 24 hours delayed getting them uploaded, because I'm literally spending so much of my time fighting with YouTube trying to get these videos to actually post. I spent 5 hours yesterday on my twin flame, the final part of the solar eclipse series, part 4. I spent hours yesterday, and it just wouldn't go, and so I finally got it up this morning. So you might be experiencing just things like this, okay? And I'm hearing passwords, like some of you, where it's like you're getting locked out of your accounts and you can't get back in, okay? So I'm just feeling some of that I'm hearing that. So let's find out, okay, aside from that, what do we need to know about how the retrograde is influencing things? And I'm using, interesting. Oh, guys, I'm just intuitively guided to do this, right? I don't even know what deck I'm going to go to next when I start these. I have my amethyst. I call this my amethyst tooth. So it's just a piece of amethyst that to me is shaped like a tooth. And when I look at this stone, I really do think about communication. So really interesting that we're going to ask about the retrograde from the deck that I felt guided to put that communication tooth, amethyst tooth on. And amethyst really is a stone of protection, healing, cleansing, and protecting of, yes, negativity. So I love that already. I'm loving just what amethyst is speaking to in the deck that we're going to be asking this question from. This is a great synchronicity happening, so I'm excited. So let's find out. That was a nice clear cut too. So again, nice clean, clear communication. So let's find out, how is this Mercury retrograde affecting things for us? So we have a few cards happening here. So we have the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Chariot in reverse. We have the Moon upright, the Knight of Cups upright, and we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Just give me 1 second here. We have like a little story line playing out. So I'll just run through, you guys, so you can learn as well what these cards mean, okay? so that you can also put the connection to what it means to your personal situation. Because sometimes this is why I read the way that I do, because you know readers, they give their intuitive guidance of the cards, but sometimes you might be watching and these general readings are for so many people. So having a deep understanding of what each of the cards means can help you to, you know, maybe write it down, look into the cards for yourself, or maybe you know the cards and it just gives you a better sense, a better understanding of the message. Okay, so the Eight of Swords in reverse talks about self-limiting beliefs, being an inner critic, releasing negative thoughts, and being open to new perspectives. So quite literally, like this Hanged Man right here, we're putting, you know, the Mercury retrograde, you know, it's kind of like working together with the solar eclipse as this healing gateway, helping us to just relieve ourselves from this limiting beliefs, and these self-limiting beliefs, this letting go, right? This, I'm really feeling this Hanged Man for this Eight of Swords here. And you know, negative thoughts. So like I was saying, I don't know if I said it in this reading yet, but it's just so strongly coming through about keeping your thoughts and your feelings, your emotions, your vibe high. Yes, because very strong, you know, manifestation abilities in this time as well. And the eight as well is a number of manifestation to the Eight of Swords right here. Okay, and being open to new perspectives, quite like this Hanged Man right here. Okay, the Chariot in reverse is a card that speaks about self-discipline, opposition, and lack of direction. There's that communication. Yes, so it was like there was this sense of a lack of sense of direction. Okay, like just really feeling kind of like I don't know which way to go. And having this Hanged Man mode has really helped you to gain that new perspective, to help you to find out, you know, to get that sense of clarity, to know which direction you want to go into. Okay, yes. And then the Moon is upright. Okay, it's not a great card, but I'm feeling a more upbeat vibe from this than normal. Okay, so the Moon card upright talks about illusion, fear, anxiety, subconscious, and intuition. But you know, on this card there's also a dog. I believe he's barking at the moon, and I'm, you know, with dogs they speak about loyalty, and that's what I'm feeling from here. There's this subconscious intuition, and I'm thinking about the dog on the card. So even looking at the images are important too sometimes. um so yes, I'm feeling like there's this sense, you know, the what's being influenced now, it's like you're really going into this Hanged Man mode, this sense of getting some new perspectives, letting go of these limiting beliefs. You're hearing your intuition better, I'm hearing. And this dog, that's, I feel like a representation to yourself. You being loyal to yourself is how I'm feeling that. This Knight of Cups here, exactly, talking about creativity, romance, charm, imagination, and beauty, right? So you are getting this new perspective. You're letting go of the limiting beliefs, all of the negativity, right? What was it here that we had? This inner critic, releasing negative thoughts, right? With this Eight of Swords. So yes, you're healing, you're listening to your intuition, you're connecting with your intuition better. Yes, and so you're able to get into a better place of creativity. It's like now you have that sense of direction. There's not so much clutter in your mind anymore. You have that clarity. And so now you have this sense of creativity, you know, romance, charm. I'm feeling that oneness too, this sense of great self-love that some of you have for yourself. So you're really starting to see the beauty in the world around you, this imagination and beauty. It's like you're seeing the world through a child's eyes is how I feel right now. And it's like, with it comes right after this moon card, which you know, we just had a new moon solar eclipse on the 11th. Okay, and this is also number 18. So once again I see an 8 manifestation, but then also 8 and 1 is 9, talking about, you know, ending a cycle. Okay, so you've ended the cycle, and now this Knight of Cups, you're seeing the world through a child's eyes. You have so much love, you know, you're feeling creative and romantic. Really, really great. So this is how we're being influenced in this time. Okay, and lastly we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So this imposter syndrome, self-defeat, and keeping secrets. So once again, actually, I'm not even feeling a bad vibe from this. I'm feeling like not this imposter syndrome, this keeping secrets. I'm feeling like what you're working on has been kind of kept to yourself, sort of speak, but also there is this sense of letting go of this, you know, this imposter syndrome. Yes, this trusting in your place in the universe, right? So it's like, you know, it's this mask that you've been wearing. It's like you've been kind of in deceiving yourself, the self-deceit of who you are, what your place is in the universe. And it's like now when you look at the mirror, it's like you can actually see yourself for who you are. You don't see yourself with this mask on anymore. You got so good at pretending that it was like you started to believe it, right? And now you are like, you're realizing that you've kind of tricked yourself into this. But once again, there's this sense of secrecy, this sense of keeping your spiritual path to yourself. So once again, I am feeling a strong guidance for you, if that resonates for you, to find people, you know, find your soul tribe, find a community of people, of spiritual people, like-minded people like yourself, who you can, you know, be more open with, more open to sharing with. And I'm hearing learning as well. You're going to learn so much from the people you connect with. We'll get an angel number guidance on that as well, okay, you guys? So let's find out what is some best guidance for what the retrograde is currently influencing for us. There we go. Ooh, we have angel number 1111, so 1111. So this is talking about this wake-up call, this ascension in progress, right? You're having a wake-up call, this great epiphany. The solar eclipse was all about revelations, big revelations. So you've had this big wake-up call, this big aha epiphany moment in regards to your spiritual path, your place in the universe. Forgive my communication, okay? I'm just like stumbling on words here. This portal opening, we literally just passed through the portal, okay? The healing gateway, this solar eclipse, right? And then this is also a card of twin flame mirroring. So I was channeling some divine masculines in this reading. So it is also coming up in the angel number guidance here, okay? And also spiritual gifts. So once again, this ascension in progress, knowing your place. It's like you're really, like I said, you're starting to understand better about who you are as a spiritual person, and you're really starting to kind of embody that a little bit more. The sense of self-love, the sense of oneness. I'm really feeling a strong connection to the divine right now as I say that with this 1111 card, with this Knight of Cups here, okay? So, and that's why you're able to see this imagination, this beauty. I'm seeing hummingbirds also right now. So some of you might be seeing hummingbirds, okay? So that's what we have for this angel number guidance. And we're going to find out now just any other additional guidance that we need to know, you know, for today and with this energy, with this retrograde, okay? And on today for this, we have the, it's tarot, sorry, the, gosh, guys, I can't speak. It's the red jasper. There it is, okay? So, and really interesting. I'm being really drawn to red today. I'm wearing a red shirt. I picked some roses from, we have a lovely rose bush here. It's just got an abundance of roses on it. I can't even tell you. I've never seen a rose bush with so many flowers. So let's find out just any additional messages or guidance that we need to know at this time. This one wants to come out, but I am also feeling there's something else here. There we go. Okay. So we have yes, okay, so death in reverse. So the death card, I know a lot of people, they cringe, they click off when they hear it because they don't want to know, but the death card, I actually quite welcome this card. This card is about, you know, putting things to death, putting things, like I said, this, what card was it that, you know, we were talking about the number 9. Yes, the moon card, these endings, right? So that we can step into new beginnings, putting an end to something so we can step into something new. So the death card came in reverse, so it is talking about resistance to change, personal transformation, and inner purging. We just did this great inner purging, right? We're going through this transition right now, this transformation. Evolution is the word that I keep hearing. This ascension in progress, right? This understanding of your spiritual gifts. So some more additional guidance for you is, you know, don't be resistant to the change. So once again, if you still have wounds coming up for you, little triggers, little, you know, death moments where things are coming up and it just feels like there are big endings happening, don't be so resistant to those changes, because there are good things coming for you. These things have to come to an end so that the greatness can come forth, okay? And this could even be what, we saw some speaking about delays coming through and what this retrograde was affecting for us. So not even just delaying communication, but quite literally us delaying this resistance to, this final healing. And once again, I'm feeling a strong connection with that, with this moon card, right? Now that I see these two together. So just make sure that if you do have some triggers still coming up to the surface for you, that you are taking a moment to lean into them. This, hangman, right? Take a moment to pause, spend some time with that emotion, surrender to it, let it go, and then prosper, move forward, okay? Really feeling that. So don't resist this change, okay? And just once again, trust that you're going through this for your highest good, and purge, let it go. I'm hearing the song from Frozen now. Let it go. Okay, moving on. We have the Seven of Wands upright, okay? So this challenge, competition, protection, and perseverance. So once again, what we're putting to death is challenges, these self-limiting beliefs that were in our way, this egotism, the Six of Wands here, right? No, sorry, it was the where did I go here? Yes, there was a sense of letting go of this egotism, um this self-limiting beliefs. What else did we have here? We had a few things, but these challenges kind of getting in the way of yourself, the self-deceit I'm hearing now too, right? That mask that you were wearing, denying your spiritual gifts, right? Resisting the change, maybe even resisting the spiritual awakening. I'm hearing again, religious. So for some of you, you grew up in a religious family, or in a culture where the spiritual world talk community is not quite welcomed. It's not the belief, it's not the way, the faith, and so you've been having a hard time, being true to who you are. But I am feeling once again this death putting that to rest, right? Standing in your truth. And the Seven of Wands does talk about perseverance, right? So yes, I really am seeing those wands being held up high, that sense of personal achievement that you have for yourself because you are being more true to who you are. So just, additional messages, additional guidance. That's what we have here is, don't be resistant to these changes that you're going through. Don't be resistant to this healing that comes up. I know it's not fun to have to do the healing, but I'm telling you, there's great things on the other side. I can speak from experience, okay? And I'm doing it every day. The healing, it never ends, but it does, the more we spend healing the heavier stuff, the less that it bothers us later, okay? I really do feel in my personal experience, in my journey, the more healing that I do, it's like the wounds that I'm healing are not as deep as I go on, okay? So more surface level kind of stuff, not this deep feeling of grief, that Ten of Swords energy, okay? So let's get some angel number guidance on that as well, for, just this additional messages of guidance to get through this retrograde energy, okay? Here we go. So we have coming through angel number 6 and angel number 777. Lots of sevens right here. And also 13 is 4. It talks about safety, stability, security. So we did have talking about this Seven of Wands with the sense of protection. Divine Feminines, I know we've talked about this for you who are watching, the sense of needing to protect yourself, right? This self-defensiveness, this needing to protect yourself because you've always had to. It's always been you looking out for you, but putting that to death, right? But yes, so a number 4 here. And with number 4, I think, safety, security, but also then we think about finances, materialism, the earthly realm with number 4, right? So number 6 coming through, we talk about, this is for everyone, okay? Yes, finances and materialism. So this is incoming for you. We have 777, which is all about good luck. Another 7 here. So it's like you're winning the jackpot, okay? So yes, your angels are letting you know that, your finances and your materialism, there's going to be good things coming your way, okay? And it's time to find balance and harmony. So don't be resistant to this change, okay? Take this time to lean into this a little bit, because it's going to help you to get back into alignment. Once you let go of these limiting beliefs, you can really find balance within yourself, this oneness, and all that abundance can come in for you. This 7777 jackpot going on. And yes, your angels are encouraging you to research your spiritual path, your needs, and your full potential. That comes up so much. So yes, you are going through an ascension. You are going through an awakening process. So do take time to research what it is that you need. And I'm hearing again, this community, soul tribe, find people who you can connect with, who you feel that you can talk to about what it is that you're going through, okay? And once again, I'm hearing learning. For some of you, you might be getting these repeat messages about finding balance because you don't know, you haven't learned yet how to do that. So yes, connecting with some people, a community, can help you to get the knowledge that you need to move forward with these repeat messages that you keep getting. And again, this 777 is all about, really good luck, being on the ultimate spiritual path, and a message of just keep doing what you're doing, okay? So this healing process that you're going through, these positive changes that you're making, this evolution that you're going through, really is for your highest good, no matter how it feels at times. Okay, so just hang in there. I will be back tomorrow with a guidance message. It will be a little bit shorter. What it is we need to be aware of, and the angel number guidance for that. Okay, so stay tuned. I will be back for that, and feel free to reach out if you're seeking additional guidance, or maybe even need sense of direction in how to get connected to a community for yourself. Okay, so this is the Crow's Nest. I'm your host, Crystaljoy, Wounded Healer.